September is the busiest month of the year for me at work kind of thing, because students are coming back to study at university, whatever. But I also decided that I would be participating in 3 readathons: Demonathon, Monsterathon, and a Touch of Whimsy. So of course I'm gonna show you the 3 TBRs, and of course, like, indeed, I'm gonna be cheating a bit because I'm gonna pick books for all 3. So yeah, let's see my TBR. Hello wolves, I hope you're good. So let's talk TBRs, 3 TBRs in one video, because I feel like you don't especially want to watch like 3 videos with TBRs of mine, whatever, and I don't want to film 3 videos, to be honest. So I'm just gonna show you all the TBRs in this video. I hope you're gonna enjoy the video. If you're participating in a readathon next month, please tell me what books you are planning on reading. I would be interested in adding more books to my never-ending TBR, of course. As I'm showing you 3 TBRs for 3 different readathons, I'm not gonna explain every single readathon, not in detail, so please check all the links that you will find down below, with the Twitter and maybe the Discord or maybe the announcement video, etc. Everything you will need to know will be down below. So let's first start with the Demonathon by Yumi Yamamoto. So the last time she did the Demonathon, it was in February, and I was in Montreal, Quebec, so I didn't have time to read that much, but this time I'm here for it. So it's a month-long readathon, the entire month of September, and it has to do with demons. The demon I would like to win a contract with is Nox, so his name is Nox, and I would like to find in him a companionship and some kind of protection as well. I'm gonna do everything I can to win that contract with Nox. The first prompt is kick your room, so you have to read a book featuring the dead. For that I picked this one, so Trinity of Bones, which is a sequel to Twice Dead by Caitlin Seal. It has to do with ghosts, because the main character is gonna die. She was on a mission for her father and she died, and she actually came back, but as a ghost, and it's something that's not like unusual or whatever, and it's not the type of ghost that you don't see or only special people see or whatever. They are just among us, and she want to discover the truth behind why she was killed, what's going on in that city, because there is some kind of corruption and people seeking power of some kind. So it was really intriguing. I really love the first book, so I'm looking forward to the sequel. Then we have the Peacock Room, and you have for that to read a book with a beautiful cover. For that I picked The Wolf Rider by Catherine Rundle. It has a beautiful cover. It has golden, like you see here, it's just beautiful. It has to do with someone who trained with her mother wolves. It's happening in Russia, and I think there is a wintry setting in it. Wolves are not pets, like they're wild, but you can still like build a relationship with them. And apparently the General Rakov wants to destroy everything Theo, so the main character, loves. So I guess wolves as well. So I'm intrigued, and I'm gonna root for the wolves because I don't want any of them killed. So yeah, I don't want to cry either. Then we have the Speakeasy. So for that you have to reread a book that's one of your favorite, or a comfort read of some kind, etc. And for that I picked Aragon by Christopher Paolini. I really want to reread that series. I think I'm gonna find things problematic in it that I didn't find problematic in the past. I'm looking forward to that book, and it's also going to be a buddy read with Ola Magic. Then we have the Star Room. So for that you have to read a middle grade or a children's book. For that I picked that one, so The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane by Julianne Noble. I found that cover gorgeous as well. It was gifted to me, and I'm looking forward to that book. Apparently the main character, Emmy, has a dad who disappeared some time ago, and her mom is quite super busy, so she's not taking care of her daughter. She's sent to a boarding school in England. Of course, when the parents are busy, the children are sent away. But she apparently finds a medallion, so some kind of necklace or whatever, that sounds very mysterious, and that belonged actually to her father. Apparently she's gonna discover more of that mysterious medallion or whatever at the school she's going to. She's gonna meet new friends, and apparently I guess they're gonna go on that adventure all together, discovering maybe what happened to her father in the past, or maybe discovering like a family secret of some kind. So I'm really intrigued and looking forward to that one. Then we have the Ivory Room, so you have to book that shows some kind of strong love of friendship. And for that I picked True Life, which is the third book in the Lifelike series by J. Kristoff. It has very strong relationships between the characters, but also like strong secrets. I really loved the first book. I really loved the sequel, so I'm looking forward to that one. I found that it's a retelling of some kind. I'm scared to say it's a retelling because no one is saying that it is some kind of retelling. It's a sci-fi. I love it so much. You really all know what it is about. Then you have Le Grand Ballroom, so you have to read a book that you find self-indulgent. So for that I picked Skyward by all those people here, and it's a comic, so I hope it's gonna be fast to read and that I'm gonna love it. I saw it on Jade's channel a few times, so I'm really intrigued. Apparently it has to do with the girl, like they're living on Earth, but apparently something happened to the gravity or whatever, and it's not as strong as it used to be, so you have to learn how to live with that new form of gravity, new strength or whatever. So I'm really intrigued, and the pictures, like the drawing, are gorgeous. So yeah. So that's it for my TBR for the Demonathon. Please check the links down below because you will find way more information down below. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. So the Monsterathon is also a month-long readathon happening in September, hosted by Kate. So Kate is the main creator. She is the creator actually, and she has a bunch of hosts. All the information will be linked down below again. So you have three teams: the Beasts, the Hunts, and the Conspiracies. I'm a member of the Beasts because, you know, I have a soft spot for Beasts, so I'm just gonna jump into what the Beasts have to read. There is also a group read, so if you're interested in reading with the community, please do it, because the name of the book is actually How to Recognize a Demon Became Your Friend. So it sounds interesting, and it's a book with lots of short stories, so they picked a few stories for each group, like each teams. Ma Swamp. So you have to pick a book that has a beautiful cover. For that I'm picking Aragon because I found that cover beautiful. I love that it looks like a picture or a portrait of some kind, so I'm gonna read that one. Then we have The Whispering Woods. So for that you have to read an underhyped book. I found that book on Scribd actually when I was looking for an audiobook, you know, to help me with the readathons. It is The Midnight Hour Chicken House by Laura Trinder and Benjamin Reed. It came out on April 1st, 2019, so 1 year ago, and it has to do with Emily longs to be ordinary, but when her parents disappear, she stumbles into the secret world of the Midnight Hour. A Victorian London frozen in time, the Midnight Hour is a haven for all things spooky, including monsters determined to end the world. What secrets have her parents been hiding? There's only one way Emily can find out and rescue her mom and dad. She must be brave enough to embrace her own inner magic. It sounds super good for me, the great book. Then we have Lair of Babadook. For that you need to read a book that has LGBTQA plus representation, and for that I picked Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Engen and Nyan.
Hi, I'm Natasha Young and I'm the author of The Elites, my debut.
Natasha Nyang. So I've read the first one. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, even if everyone seemed to like it. It was a book from Free Loot. I don't know, it was really overhyped. I'm still curious on finding out what's gonna happen in this one, so that's why I'm picking that one up. The cover is actually beautiful. I mean, the spread edges is beautiful, the cover as well. You probably know what it is about, but you have different casts. You have the Moon cast, the Silver cast, and the Paper cast. Paper cast are human looking people. Then you have the Silver cast, who are like humans with animals attribute, and then you have the Moon cast, who are actually animals but who are acting as humans, kind of thing. It's been a long time since I've read it, so I forgot the scientific names for everything, but the king, I guess, or whatever, he wants people from the girls from the Paper cast to become his sex slaves, and that's absolutely gross. But something is gonna happen between the girls because the main character just like doesn't want to accept that, and there is some kind of rebellion, etc., and there is LGBTQA representation in it, so I'm gonna continue with it. Then we have Hydra's Ankhod, and for that you have to pick a book with some kind of mythology in it. For that I picked this one, so A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow, because it has to do with sirens or mermaids. It can be found in mythology, and it's also the book we will be reading for the Howling pack. So the main character actually used her siren power when she was not supposed to, and now she has to like pay the price for it, obviously, and she has to save herself from drowning. I mean, they have, because her friends and her have like an unbreakable bond or whatever. And yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. That's the end for my TBR for that one, so let's move on to the last one. I cannot for the life of me remember all 4 names. So this is a month-long readathon as well, I think. Is it? So A Touch of Whimsy Adventure Through Wonderland is a month-long readathon as well, the entire month of September, and it is hosted by 4 people. Let me check here. So you have Alexandra, Rosalind, Kaylin Abridged, then you have JD from JD Reads, and Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin. There is someone who created like a visual. You can also buy goodies like mugs, etc. with that illustration, so if you're into that, check the link again down below. It feels like it's a very chill and cozier type of readathons, which I feel like it's just perfect now, especially because I'm doing other readathons as well. So I'm gonna talk about that TBR, and obviously it's focusing on middle grade. So yeah. Down the rabbit hole, read a book that's happening in another world. For that I'm picking this one, so Wondersmith, which is a sequel to Nevermore. I've read Nevermore with Tamar. I really loved it, so I wanna continue with it. It's a chunk of it. You can read it super fast. I feel like everyone knows what Nevermore is about. It's about a girl who's going to Nevermore when she was not supposed to, or when she saw that she wouldn't ever live some kind of adventure because she was supposed to die on a specific date because she was cursed. But apparently she got letters who invited her to different worlds, and she ends up in Nevermore, a magical world. It really gave me Alice in Wonderland vibes with the Leaky Cauldrons, etc, etc. I really enjoyed everything about it, so I'm looking forward to that one. Then we have Flower Garden, and for that you have to read a book that has a beautiful cover. I picked exactly the same book for the exact same prompt for another readathon, so this is the one I'm gonna be reading. So The Wolf Wilder again. Then we have Make Yourself a Cozy Reading Snack. So probably gonna be edamame because I love edamame, or maybe some, I don't know, popcorn, maybe some chips. No, not chips. Like, probably edamame. Yeah, probably edamame or popcorn. Then you have The White Rabbit's House, so pick a book for a cozy night in. And I think that's gonna go with the snack because I'm gonna listen to the audiobook, so the midnight hour. I find it a good idea to have an audiobook while having a snack so you don't destroy the book. Then you have The Queen of Hearts Palace, so pick a book you think you will love. So I'm picking for that one The Pumpkin and Stops by Sophie Green. So it is a book that's going to be picked for the middle grade monthly as well for September, and they're going to have a live with the author if everything goes to plan. Sounds like a mystery type of books and with amazing characters. Jade loved it. I cannot remember if Gavin has read it, but I'm looking forward to that one. I have a story for you. It's a missing person's case, and apparently the main character wants to be like some kind of detective, and she's gonna find out that a case can be found anywhere, even in like regular places you visit on a regular basis, etc, that have nothing special, whatever. So I'm intrigued. Cheshire Cat, so you have to pick a strange and mysterious book, and for that I'm gonna pick that one because it has mystery in the title. So The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane. So yeah, that's it for the prompts. So the last one is actually the Mad Hatter Tea Party because they're gonna wear costumes and they're gonna host a live. There is also a book they will be reading all together. Let me check which one it is. So it is the Train to Impossible Places. So if you want to add a book to your TBR, you could pick that one. It sounds interesting, but I don't think I will be able to read that one. I don't think I will be wearing some kind of costume or whatever. I'm gonna try to find something. So yeah, that's it for that TBR as well. So it's not that bad actually. It's 8 books and 1 audiobook, so 9 books for 3 readathons. I don't think it's that bad. I think I went like in a smart way picking my TBRs. I really hope I'm gonna be able to read all of them. If you're participating in a readathon in September, please let me know down below. And yeah, so Wolves, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the pack. Talk to me in the comment section as usual, and until next time, take care, Wolves. Bye.